Life, as the ancient philosopher Epictetus famously said, is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. And that experience, let's face it, isn't always sunshine and rainbows. Storms gather, waves crash, and sometimes we find ourselves tossed about, feeling utterly lost in the midst of difficulty. Fear clings to us like salt spray, whispering anxieties of what-ifs and not-enoughs. Welcome to our video where we will discuss the 18 Stoic ways to pass the difficult times. Embracing the long view, the winds of fortune blow fickle, sometimes harsh, sometimes fair. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and philosopher, understood this deeply. He once reminded himself, "Think often of the countless multitudes who have lived and died before you. Where are they now? A little dust scattered in the wind, in the grand theater of time. Our current struggles, though vivid, are mere flickers. When impatience threatens to engulf us, a patient Stoic steps back, envisioning the vast arc of history, and finds solace in the knowledge that this too shall pass. The storm may rage, but the sun will rise again." Patience allows us to weather the tempest, knowing that calmer seas lie ahead, finding stillness in the storm. Seneca, Roman playwright and philosopher, once wrote, "The greatest obstacle to happiness is that we expect too much." During turbulent times, it's easy to be swept away by desires for escape, for calm, for an end to the struggle. But Seneca urges us to seek serenity, not by wishing the storm away, but by finding stillness within it. Like a sturdy lighthouse amidst crashing waves, a patient Stoic cultivates equanimity. They quiet their inner turmoil, acknowledging the difficulty without being consumed by it. They breathe deeply, find solace in small moments of peace, and trust that even in the chaos, there is an unshakable core of tranquility waiting to be discovered, planting seeds for later bloom. This roughness often precedes refinement. Epictetus, Greek philosopher and former slave, believed that hardships are not simply trials, but fertile ground for growth. He reminds us, circumstances don't make a man, when faced with challenges, the impatient soul might lament misfortune, blaming fate and circumstance. But the patient Stoic sees opportunity. They understand that difficulties are like furrows in the earth, preparing the ground for future seeds of resilience, wisdom, and strength. They patiently dedicate themselves to learning, self-improvement, and nurturing the inner resources that will bloom triumphantly in the aftermath. Trusting the rhythm of life. A river never flows in a straight line. It meanders, it slows, it surges, but it inevitably reaches its destination. Marcus Aurelius, again, offers perspective. Everything has its own music in it. Life, too, has its natural ebb and flow, moments of ease interspersed with periods of difficulty. The impatient soul might fight against this rhythm, yearning for smooth sailing at every turn. But the patient Stoic embraces the journey. They trust that even setbacks have their place in the grander scheme, shaping their path and enriching their experience. With grace and acceptance, they navigate the twists and turns, knowing that the river, in its own time, will carry them to where they need to be. Remembering, time is your ally. Healing takes time. A wound cannot mend overnight, nor can a storm-tossed ship find its bearings in an instant. The impatient soul might rush through the healing process, seeking quick fixes and impatient resolutions. But the patient Stoic understands that time is their ally. They offer themselves the space to grieve, to reflect, and to slowly rebuild. They trust that within the quiet process of time, lessons will be revealed, wounds will mend, and a newfound strength will emerge. As Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, the object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to stand with the few who are right. In the face of hardship, standing with the few means embracing patience, allowing time to be your healer, and knowing that true resilience blooms only when nurtured by the gentle yet persistent power of waiting. Be a turtle, not a grasshopper. Imagine two creatures, the grasshopper leaping carelessly through life, enjoying the sun, but unprepared for winter. Now picture the turtle, carrying its sturdy home on its back, always safe and secure. When troubles loom, don't be the grasshopper panicking and flitting about. Like the wise Epictetus said, happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one thing: Some things are within our control, and some things are not. Focus on what you can control. Your thoughts, your actions, your choices. That's your sturdy shell, protecting you from the storm. Breathe like a mountain. Flow like a river. When anxieties swirl, take a deep breath. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius wrote, there is no need to hurry. No one escapes from fate. Breathe in like a mountain, steady and strong, absorbing the worries. Breathe out like a river, smooth and flowing, letting them go. Each breath is a reminder that you are more than the current struggle. You are a part of something greater, something that endures. Find the light in the cracks. Even the darkest night has stars. When despair threatens to swallow you whole, look for the tiny flickers of hope. Seneca shared, "A good life is one inspired by love and guided by knowledge." Perhaps it's the kindness of a stranger, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the joy of a simple task done well. These little lights, shining through the cracks in the darkness, are there to remind you that darkness never wins forever. Remember, you're not alone. You might feel like you're the only one lost in the storm, but that's never true. As Marcus Aurelius observed, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Look around, reach out. There are others battling their own storms, and connecting, sharing your struggles, can lighten the load for everyone. Be a beacon in the darkness and let others be yours. Embrace the dance of change. Life is not a still painting, but a vibrant dance. No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river and he's not the same man. Don't cling to the way things were. Accept that change is inevitable. And like a willow in the wind, bend with it. Learn from it, grow with it, and find joy in the new rhythm of your life. Remember, even the stormiest sky eventually gives way to sunshine, and that new sunshine will paint a different, but no less beautiful picture. Don't be a butterfly. Be a butterfly's wing. Imagine a butterfly fluttering against the wind, its delicate wings easily overwhelmed. Now picture a single wing, strong and resilient, weathering the storm. When facing challenges, don't try to be everything to everyone. Focus on your strengths, your small but persistent actions. As Epictetus advised, happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one thing. Some things are within our control, and some things are not. Focus on what you can control. Your own actions, your own growth, your own tiny but powerful butterfly wing, flapping defiantly against the odds. Remember, every journey starts with a single step. A 1,000-mile journey, as Lao Tzu reminds us, begins with a single step. Don't let the enormity of your struggles paralyze you. Take small, mindful steps. Do one thing, then another, then another. Each step, even a tiny one, is a victory, a movement towards your calmer shore. Don't worry about reaching the horizon. Focus on taking the next step, and trust that your path will unfold one step at a time. Let your kindness be your compass. In a world often shrouded in shadows, be the one who carries the light. Seneca once said, "A good life is one inspired by love and guided by knowledge." Let your kindness be your compass, guiding you through darkness and towards others. A helping hand, a warm smile, a listening ear. These tiny acts of kindness are not only beacons for others, but also guiding lights for your own journey, reminding you of your goodness and strengths even in the midst of struggle. Remember, you are not a leaf. You are the whole tree. When a leaf falls, it may tremble in fear, but the tree, strong and rooted, stands firm. When anxieties whisper your smallness, remember you are not just a single leaf, but the whole tree, with roots deep in the earth and branches. As Marcus Aurelius observed, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Draw strength from your connections, your loved ones, your own inner wisdom. Remember, you are a part of something bigger, something resilient, and within you lies the power to weather any storm that may come. Find joy in the journey, not just the destination. Imagine a traveler obsessed with reaching the mountain peak, missing the beauty of the winding path. Don't get so caught up in the goal that you forget the journey itself. As Epictetus said, happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one thing. Some things are within our control, and some things are not. Find joy in the small moments. The laughter shared, the lessons learned, the sun on your... These are the treasures of the journey. The gems that fill your pockets even when the path gets rough. Remember, life is not just about reaching the mountaintop. It's about the dance of climbing, the stories woven along the way, and the quiet, unexpected joys that bloom even in the most barren stretches. Don't judge, just flow. Imagine a river tumbling freely over rocks and rapids, yet always finding its way. When life throws obstacles your way, don't get caught up in judging or blaming. As Marcus Aurelius observed, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Instead, like the river, flow around the challenges. Adapt, adjust, and keep moving forward. Don't waste energy judging the rocks. Just focus on navigating the current and reaching your quiet pool. Remember, you're not in a race. You're on a hike. Life is not a sprint, but a long, winding hike. Don't compare yourself to others, rushing to reach the peak first. As Seneca reminds us, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Enjoy the journey, the views, the fresh air. Celebrate your own milestones, your own pace. You'll reach your summit eventually, and the view from there will be all the sweeter for having savored the climb. Turn worries into wishes. Worries are like weeds, choking your garden of joy. When anxieties whisper, don't let them take root. Transform them into wishes, tiny seeds of hope. Epictetus once said, happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one thing. Some things are within our control, and some things are not. Focus on what you can control. Your thoughts, your words, your actions. Turn worries into wishes for what you can choose, what you can create, what you can plant in your garden and watch bloom into something beautiful. Be a candle in the dark, not a moth seeking it. Take a candle, its flame offering light and warmth even in the deepest darkness. Don't be like the moth, flitting anxiously towards the shadows. Be the candle, radiating your own inner light. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, the object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to stand with the few who are right. Share your kindness, your wisdom, your resilience. Be a beacon for others, and in lighting their way, you'll illuminate your own path as well. Remember, storms don't last forever. Even the fiercest storm eventually gives way to sunshine. When difficulties seem endless, hold on to this truth. As Epictetus declared, it is impossible for a man to be happy without first making his mind agreeable to necessity. Accept that challenge is a part of life, but don't let it define you. Trust that the sun will peek through again, brighter for having weathered the storm. Keep your eyes on the horizon, remembering that every dark cloud is just a temporary shadow on your journey towards a brighter tomorrow. Don't be a feather, be a rock. Imagine a feather tossed about by the wind, helpless and lost. Now picture a sturdy rock, unmoved by the tempest. When challenge is buffeting you, don't be the feather, swayed by every whisper of doubt. Be the rock rooted in your values, your strength, your inner peace. As Seneca wisely said, a good life is one inspired by love and guided by knowledge. Let your principles be your foundation, your knowledge your shield, and weather the storm with the steady resolve of a mountain. Find peace in the present, not the future. Don't let worries of what might be steal your precious now. As Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, think often of the countless multitudes who have lived and died before you. Where are they now? A little dust scattered in the wind. Focus on this moment, this breath, this opportunity to be present. Find peace in the simple things, the warmth of sun on your skin, the laughter of a loved one, the quiet beauty of a blade of grass. Let the future unfold while you savor the richness of the present, where true peace always resides. Don't be a lone wolf, be a pack. Even the fiercest wolves find strength in their pack. When feeling alone in your struggles, remember, you are not an island. Reach out, connect with others. As Epictetus observed, no man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river and he's not the same man. Share your burdens, find support, offer your own strength. In the shared wisdom and kindness of your pack, you'll find a powerful anchor that can weather any storm. Remember, diamonds are forged in pressure. Don't see hardship as a curse, but as the fire that refines your character. As Marcus Aurelius declared, Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. B1. Challenges are the furnace that forges our strength, resilience, and compassion. Embrace the pressure. Learn from it. Grow from it. Each difficulty you overcome adds a facet to your inner diamond, making you shine brighter than ever before. Thus, the river of life. It knows where it flows. Imagine a river, winding its way through valleys and mountains, always finding its destination. Don't try to control the current of life, fighting against its twists and turns. As Heraclitus noted, no man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river and he's not the same man. Trust the river of life, its natural flow. Navigate its rapids with grace, learn from its eddies, and enjoy the peaceful stretches. Remember, you are not just a passenger on this river, but a part of it, flowing towards a destiny waiting to be discovered.